Hi everyone, I hope you're well. As a little bit of a palate cleanser after the almost back-to-back Android handheld reviews I've been doing recently, I thought it'd be neat just to do a little review of 8BitDo's new Pro 2 controller. The 8BitDo, or Do, I'm never really sure on the correct way of saying it, but anyway, the 8BitDo Pro 2 controller came out a couple of months ago and aims to build on their great work on their previous SN30 Pro before it. So in terms of what I guess you'd call the controller's spec, the 8BitDo Pro 2 controller is compatible with Windows, Switch, Mac, Android and Raspberry Pis, and connects to it by Bluetooth 4.0 or wired via USB-C. It's got a super convenient mode switch button to change between what you're connecting to, as well as a profile switch, built-in 6-axis motion control, back paddles, a 1000 milliamp battery, and connects to their Ultimate software, which is 8BitDo's literal name for their Windows control app, by the way. I'm not referring to it as my Ultimate bit of software. There is a couple of specifics when considering using it with a switch, like the NFC scanning isn't possible with a remote. There's no HD rumble on the controller, or it can't be used to wake the switch from sleep. But otherwise, connecting up and using the controller is very easy to do thanks to its mode switch button on the underside. And this mode switch button basically switches between 4 letters, SADX, which once you've learned which letter corresponds to what, like Switch is S, Windows X, and so on, although Android is D and Mac is A for some reason, but once you've learned them, switching between devices on the fly becomes second nature, and so much easier than having to memorize hotkey combinations like in some of the other controllers I own. Essentially, the Pro 2 offers the best medium between offering a lot of features and additional input without the need of actually having to refer back to the manual each time you need to do something, which is something I massively like about it. And the controls themselves are really, really nice. There's a nostalgic feel to the select and start buttons as well as the D-pad, and the joysticks are comfortable to use with a really good feel to them. The face buttons are very responsive and have the perfect amount of travel for me. The triggers are super comfortable and able to be pressed from almost all angles really easily, and the back pedal buttons are very comfortable to use without pressing them accidentally. I've been really impressed with the controls of the Pro 2 overall, and it's soon become my favourite multifunctional controller, and easily the most comfortable. The only negative I've really got to say about the controls is surrounding the D-pad. I find it really good for retro gaming, but its softer resistance and inward travel makes it hard to sell for modern titles for me. With that said though, I absolutely love retro gaming the Pro 2 and can't get over just how ergonomic it is in the hands. For me, this type of design is the perfect middle ground between modern and retro control sets. And speaking of, just to finish off, I'll do a quick comparison between a couple of controllers I've got to hand from both the modern and retro perspective. So to compare the 8BitDo Pro 2 against the Series X control, it's got a familiar height and width profile to it. But as much as I like Microsoft's control design, I just find the Pro 2 more comfortable to hold for longer gaming sessions. Equally, I've got Retrobit's wireless SNS style controller here too, which again I really like, but just find the Pro 2 the perfect merging of both styles. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.